Well, good morning, guys. Wandering Beast here, and I intended to make this video a while ago, and as usual I got busy, so I do apologize. I don't know that I owe anybody anything because this is just sort of a hobby of mine. I certainly have never pursued YouTube to make money or to support myself. As most of you know, since about 2020, when I got married, we've been doing a lot of house projects, and that has consumed most of what used to be my sort of filming season. I'm sure a lot of you know I've got some new subscribers. There's been questions if I'm still active. Some of my old subscribers have actually sent really nice emails, and a lot of you have switched over to Instagram, which is a lot easier for me to update. So a lot of my closer YouTube family simply just talks to me through Instagram because they see that I'm still posting, so that it's obvious that I'm still around and what I'm doing. I do post a little bit of family stuff on there, so I ask that you guys be respectful about that. It's not just a YouTube channel. And there's my door, it's flying open. It is a little windy this morning. I got down here in these trees behind these rocks. I'm hoping that'll kind of keep the wind at bay. But I think it's been over a year. I didn't honestly check, but I feel like it's been over a year. So after last fire season and I got home, we immediately jumped into some house projects, redoing an entire porch. I may add some photos as we go here, but I'm not going to try to make it a what have I been up to in the last year video. But family house projects, and then our biggest one, I think the last videos I talked about on here was our preparation for going to California and then on to Baja, Mexico. That was our big plan for our big family trip last year. And so as much as I was filming when I could, as I was prepping the bus and doing an immense amount of completely reworking the bus, I knew I wasn't going to have time to edit any of that stuff. And we may get into those individual trip videos, although, long story short, we didn't end up in Baja. That may be another video all to itself. Good news is I'm still married. We did make it to Disneyland, but not onto Baja. So again, maybe another time, another story. So I got busy. And then for my wildland firefighting that I do strictly in the summer, that season has ever expanded itself. Last year was one of the slowest years we've ever had, and I think we were out for 45 days. So to give you an idea, if you aren't familiar, you work 16-hour days continuously every day up to 14 days, sometimes up to 21 before you get any sort of a day off. And those 2 or 3 days off often include travel time. You usually have a full day of laundry and repair and running errands to replenish things that either got used or broken on that last assignment. So you get about a day in between. A friend of mine worked it out who's on a shot crew, and even the little bit that we got, the 45 days, it equates to a normal person's 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, I think for like 3 months. So in 45 days, we pack what is a quarter of most people's year in the amount of workload. And so there's a little bit of decompression, there's a little bit of catch-up work for personal, for business, for household stuff, and projects that I need to get done, and family that I need to hang out with, and do all that sort of decompressing and reconnecting. It's not an excuse necessarily, it's just what happens at the end of fire season. You try to keep your mental attitude positive and whatnot, and then you have all these things that have been piling on you and compressing you and weighing on you that you aren't able to get to. And that includes YouTube and house projects and family obligations and husband obligations. It weighs on you quite a bit. And it's a daunting task to try to catch up to all that. So in my effort to get the bus ready and get holidays done, I didn't film as much as I wanted. I didn't edit hardly anything. My only regret, really, like I said, I don't really owe anything to you guys, but the community of YouTube is a pretty tight one. Through the messages and emails, it's great to reconnect with people. I do this as a hobby, but I do have some companies that I have obligations to do reviews and products and introduce them to you guys. I just swallowed part of my breakfast. It was stuck in my teeth. That's great. We're just going to keep rolling. I won't cut that out. It has been a while. So I'm a little rusty with the whole camera and the editing and everything and catching up. In fact, today, before we head back into town, I'm going to try to get 2 reviews knocked out. So you're going to stay in the same clothes, the same setting for 2 reviews. And it's simply because I just owe it to the companies. And I'll tell you guys what I think of the product. So my, promise to you guys is I will try to get as much content out in the near future as possible. So this last fire season ran into, we started a whole siding project. We got a quote for over $30,000 to re-side our house, which is about 3,000 square feet. And so I'm taking it upon myself to do that. And it, has run into now winter. And so I'm waiting for days. I've got a little bit of 90% there. I've got 2 more walls and a little bit of chimney work to do. And I'll have my house re-sided. I'll have to wait till spring to paint it because the highs this week are in the 30s for Fahrenheit. Next week they're in 20s and the lows are in single digits. So I don't know how much work I'm going to be getting done outside. And so I'm going to try to maybe focus on some of the YouTube catch-up stuff and whatnot. Again, I implore you to follow me on Instagram because even when I don't have a lot of time, it's a whole lot easier instead of getting out the camera and the laptop to put stuff on my phone, edit things down, and make cute little videos. Now, in the amount of time that I have not been on YouTube, a lot has changed. In fact, we have a puppy dog that I will probably introduce you to that we got last November. So we've had her an entire year that you guys haven't met unless you follow me on YouTube or Instagram, excuse me. She's asleep in the truck right now. We fostered some kittens recently, so my Instagram honestly goes between kittens and adventure van stuff, and that's kind of what it's become lately. So it is what I'm interested in. I'm certainly not pandering to a certain audience. When I get trips and I get time to go out, I try to film it and I try to put something up for you guys. In fact, we had a great birthday trip that my wife and I took solo. We took the adventure bus up into, we had about a foot and a half of powder with about 60-mile-an-hour winter storm winds and advisories. She was a bit nervous, but if you followed this channel for any length of time, you guys know that when winter storms happen, I love it. It used to be one of my most popular videos, was called Winter Storm something, where I took the Scout out there and we camped in the winter. Now I have the bus. It is extremely more comfortable as long as we don't get stuck out there or have a tree fall on us, which was a bit of a concern on that trip with the winds and where I was. So anyway, guys, I won't let this go on too long. Do it just to know that I'm still around. If you're curious what I am up to, please jump over to Instagram, follow all the things. And I feel like I say that a lot. But I've also been reignited a little bit, and it always seems to happen around that New Year's time, is into personal preparedness. And so I've got a couple products and a few videos I plan to come out with. My EDC hasn't changed a whole lot, but we're going to have that discussion probably as well. I sort of started the Get Home Bag series again last year, 2 years ago, and it didn't seem like there was a lot of interest in it. But the state of affairs in our world have created a bit of nervousness in friends and family and my audience here, you guys. And so I'm getting a lot of questions regarding preparedness and what to do and what I'm carrying and what would I do in this situation and all the things. So I feel like there's maybe a need to kind of revisit that a little bit. So I may be doing that a little bit. We'll see. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you've been up to. If you missed me, if you want to see certain stuff. I get everything from more motorcycles, more Scout, more dog, more van, more guns, more survival. Everybody wants a little bit of everything, and it's kind of where I'm at in this time in my life. So thanks for watching, guys, and putting up with me being gone for over a year. And I will do my best to get back to you. Thanks.
Thanks for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the adventure on social media, and we'll see you on the road.